Alrighty, so thank you for clicking on the video. Right now, I'm about to watch the psychology of what fat people think, or pretty much the psychological weight loss strategy by someone named Lori something. So, I want you guys to feel free and type that in the comments if you like the video. Of course, this is kind of new, so I'm not used to the camera, but I will, of course. Now, if you like the video at the end, make sure to subscribe, make sure to click that bell button for more videos like this. Make sure you stay tuned because I will be collabing with more people in the future for the gym. But right now, I'm going to be watching the psychology behind weight loss strategies. So let's see what the video is about. And mainly, if I agree with it.
So that was me in 2006. I weighed over
Damn.
300 pounds, I had triglycerides of 500, and I had just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, type
By the way, I was almost diabetic. Almost. Insulin, the bad one. But I think about it this way. What if I went to the gym and I had the insulin in me, right? That would be another story. What you guys think?
Type 2 diabetes is when your body doesn't use insulin properly. And I like to
Yep.
imagine it as this sugar sludge going through my bloodstream to the soundtrack of Jaws. Like 29 million other Americans, I was sent home with a diet, a prescription, and a little booklet about my
True.
disease. And as I dug into it, I learned a dirty little truth. Two, actually. The first says, in America, if you're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, you carry the same health risk as somebody who's already had one heart attack.
Damn.
Second, the object of the game, unlike cancer or anything else, is to manage your diabetes, not cure you. So your doctors will work very, very hard to try to prevent complications that might ruin the quality of your life or kill you.
I actually know some people that have that issue, you know. Their feet get infected because their skin is just so sensible that if they get a cut, the infection runs through the fucking body and bloodstream. And they start getting that type of what's it called? That type of infection in their feet. And it's very horrible because they get chopped off and they end up with less than four fingers on each foot. So I mean that is kind of sad with the complications of this thing.
So I knew that this was not going to work for me. I was a hard-charging type A global executive, and managing my diabetes was not going to be an option. So I enlisted the help of the people at Canyon Ranch in the medical department there, who I knew were a little bit more ambitious. And here's what we learned on a lesson, on a journey that actually took us 5 years.
Wow.
I learned that even though I was 300 pounds and had type 2 diabetes, my body was absolutely perfect the way it was.
What? Okay, now we're not even half in the video, but no one is perfect, bro. This is some bullshit right here. No one's body is perfect. If I was be if I was able to go back 5 years ago, I was like 300 and something pounds, and I'm not that short like that lady. I'm like compared to that, I'm pretty tall to that. I'm like 5'9", you know. Usually, yeah. Hey, it's not that tall, it's not that small, you know. I'm not a midget, I have to admit. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm not a midget. You know, rumors aside, I'm not a midget. But what she has to say, because we all know when someone says, my body is perfect, my this and that, I don't need no body. Right? Let's see what she says. Let's see.
For the way I was feeding it, the way I was moving it, and the way I was resting it. Quite frankly, if I wanted a different body or I wanted different health, I had to change the equation somehow. The second thing I learned was that if I imagined my future healthy self and started living that life now, what kinds of foods I would eat, how many calories I would need to maintain a healthy weight for a lifetime,
That makes sense.
That would be the way I would achieve my goal. I had to come up with strategies that I could live with for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years.
Hmm.
Now, when you do this and you live this way, an interesting things happens. Like magic, you wake up 2 years later and you're almost at your goal.
True.
I learned that I had to keep track of everything. So I used iPhone apps.
True. No, that is very true. If you're really, really obese or you're overweight, whichever way you want to put it, or whichever word you want to come out of your mouth, you need to track everything in order to get to your goal. There's no other way around. Unless, of course, you starve yourself. You don't use an app, you don't use a guide, you don't use anything to track it. You can lose it that way, but you know, there will be consequences along that way. So I assure you guys to use an app, okay?
Apps like Lose It, and I used my Up Band to track how much sleep I was getting and how much exercise I was getting along the way. And this really helped me to keep the game kind of rational instead of emotional the way it can get. This was a big war. I had to break this down to the smallest battle I could win every day because I have a short attention span. I
Yep,
had to
all
take
of
it
us.
down to the cellular level. What would make my cells happier and healthier every single day? And with every drop of glucose, or every drop of blood I fed into my glucose meter, I could tell immediately if I was moving in the right direction. I became my own science experiment, and I learned a lot.
All of
For
us.
example, when I didn't sleep, or I jumped time zones, or took a red eye, my blood sugar was 20 points higher the next day. And I craved carbohydrates. Well, I didn't need to eat. What I needed was a nap. Portions were always my biggest downfall.
It is.
I come from the land of all-you-can-eat shrimp and endless platters of pasta. When somebody showed
I
me
agree.
what a
That's me
real
too.
single portion of something was, it was a huge disconnect for me. So I needed to really figure out how to do that. I started eating with smaller plates, eating with chopsticks to eat more slowly, and I promised myself I could have anything I wanted as long as I ate it with a knife and a fork. Trust me, it feels ridiculous to eat a Snickers bar like this, but it helped me be more conscious of what I was eating. I learned to be in perpetual motion all day, every day, looking for ways to move and to
I like
fidget,
that.
because fidgeting can burn 200, 300 calories a
Yeah,
day.
that is true.
I kept
What she is talking about is called NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So, whichever motion you're doing right now, if you're walking, listening to this, if you're watching this, moving your head, rocking your body, rocking your head, everything, you're moving your body. That means you're at least burning some calories. Like she is saying, your body needs to be in motion in order for you to actually lose some weight or lose some calories. And if you lose some calories and you add some muscle, bam, you get guns like Arnold. You know what I'm saying?
counted steps. I got a standing desk, and I learned that my 1 hour of walking every day was as good for my head as it was for my body.
Yep, I
And
agree.
finally, life's too short to live without ice cream. When I was first diagnosed, I made a
Keto ice
list of
cream.
all my favorite foods, and I went and did a personal glycemic index with my glucose meter of each one. Then I went back
Damn.
to each food and I tweaked it, adding a little fat, removing a little sugar, until everything fit in my plan. And now I
Wow,
plan for
that's
a
extreme.
perfect scoop of premium ice cream every day. What I learned is that given half a shot, your body will recover. It's an amazing adaptive machine.
It is. I agree.
Self-healing. Mine did.
Your body's a machine, bro. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Your body's a machine. You feed it the way you want it to perform. You know? If you feed it shit, it's gonna perform like shit. If you feed your mind with fucking bullshit that you watch every day, right? If it's either just funny Instagram videos, reels or wherever, you're not actually feeding your mind the right amount of information that you're supposed to. That's why your mindset is fucked up. That's why a lot of people don't really get what she's saying because whatever you eat, it's actually going to affect you in some type of way. Your organs, your mind, your everything, your physical, how you perform overall. It is true, very true.
I lost over 110 pounds. I
Good.
now have a perfect lipid profile.
Okay.
I have had a
That's good.
healthy, normal blood sugar without medication for more than 5 years.
She looks
I
great.
am no longer a type 2 diabetic. So, thank you very much. So, if any of you have a health issue that you need to deal with or a life change you need to deal with, I urge
Listen
you
to her.
to imagine your healthy future self and start living that life now.
There you go. That's what I've been preaching since day one. Have your goals, vision yourself with your goals, have a vision table, and achieve that goal. I know you can, bro, it's just a matter of time, bro. But a lot of people don't really have patience, they don't have the resiliency to stick to the plan and watch how their body changes every week, every 2 weeks, every 4 or 5 weeks, every month. Little steps matter, you guys. Little steps matter.
Break your journey down into little battles you can win.
There you
Become
go.
your own
She
science
said it.
experiment and come up with strategies that will last for 2 days or 2 years. And most of all, you need to start eating like your life depends on it because it does.
Well, how I've been saying this,
Thank you.
bro. There, there you go, bro. That's it. That's the end of the video. That's what I've been preaching since day one. So if you're struggling with any type of weight issue, of course, there is more videos like this on the internet, of course, not just me. But if you want to take it to the next level, there's my website down in the comments or in my description, pretty much. I also explain, and I have like a little video, right? I don't remember which slide, but it's somewhere in there, right? Just click on the link. Hey, I'm not gonna scam you, bro. That's the least thing I want to do. I actually want to create an audience so the audience have their vision in order for you guys to actually achieve your goals for weight loss, fat loss, gym progress, or whatever, because I'm in that space. I'm in the fitness industry, right? You know, hey, bad lighting. I know they look small, but they're not small, bro. Trust me, bro, they're small. But that's going to conclude the video, of course. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna make more videos like this, hopefully even more soon. But I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe. Please share it. Please achieve your goals. And we'll see you next time.